This week, I want to share with all of you my absolute favorite story. There was once an amazing, amazing man, a leader of his generation, on a journey. He was going from point A to point B, traveling from his village to another village to handle some very, very important business. And along the way, he had to travel through the jungle. And on his journey, he took three things with him. He took his donkey, he took his rooster, and he took a candle. So he goes, he starts roaming through the jungle, and finally, after his really, really long, treacherous journey, he gets to the village that he was meant to do his business in. He stops at a house, and he asks, please, I need a place to stay. I'm here for the week, and I need somewhere to rest my head so I can handle my business this week. And they turned him away. They said, get out of here. And he said, thank you, God. This is for the good. So he goes door to door, every single person. No, you can't stay here. We don't have enough food for you. No, we don't have a bed for you. And he says, thank you, God. This too is for the good. Everything you do for me is for the good. So he ends up taking his donkey, his rooster, and his candle back to the edge of the forest, and he sleeps there for the night. He says, I could be in a bed right now. I could be in a warm house, but I know whatever's happening right now, it's for the good. And that's why I am where I am right now. So he falls asleep, and in the middle of the night, he hears a loud, and that's the sound that his donkey makes when he's in trouble. It turns out a lion had come and killed his donkey, one of his three possessions, one of the three only things he had with him. He says, God, this too, it's for the good. Falls back asleep, wakes up. An hour later, he's cock-a-doodle-ah! And it's his rooster. Not my rooster, Frank the rooster. And he sees that Frank the rooster was killed by a wolf. Now he's lost two of his things, but he says, God, thank you. This is for the good. Falls back asleep. He feels an hour later, the wind picks up, a massive gust of wind, and it blows out his candle. How is he going to be safe without his candle? His candle is his source of heat, his source of light. And it gets blown out, and he says, thank you, God. This is for the good. Can you imagine you're going through such pain, such trouble, and you have the ability to see that whatever's happening is for the good, and it's going to lead to something good ultimately. So he wakes up the next day after this brutal night. He lost his donkey, his rooster, his candle. He lost everything. And he goes to do his business, and he sees the town that he was going to was completely demolished, ransacked, not a single person left alive. And he realizes in that moment all of the good, all of the beauty, all of the light that came out of all of the seemingly terrible things that happened to him. Had he found a place to stay, he would have been killed too. Had his donkey been alive, it would have made noise. Same with the rooster. And if his candle had been lit, they would have seen the smoke, and they would have come, and they would have had him. Everything that happens is for the good, is for the light. And that is exactly what we learn in this week's Parsha, Bereshit. The world was filled with darkness. There was nothing but darkness, the entire universe. And then God spoke and said, let there be light. One of the most famous verses in the Torah. He says, let there be light. And that is what filled the earth. The earth was filled with light in every single place. But he didn't say, here's some light. He didn't say, boom, light. He didn't say, what's up? It's lit now. Here's some light. He says, let there be light. And that is a challenge to all of us. Everything that we see, everything that happens in this world, to let it be light. We so often misconstrue things, misinterpret things, misunderstand the blessings in life, and think, this is terrible, I didn't get accepted, I didn't get the job that I want. We misunderstand all of these things, and we don't let there be light. So my blessing to all of us is that we're going to let there be light this week, every week, for our entire lives, no matter what is happening in the world, to see the light around us, and to really, really let our lives and the lives of those around us and all of our surroundings be filled and overflowing with so much light. Love you all so much. Shabbat Shalom, and let there be light. Mwah.